All right, what's up, beautiful people? Thursday night football tonight. Actually, a really fantasy relevant game as well, with names like Puka Nacua, CMC, Devontae Adams, Kyron Williams. I mean, a lot of fantasy relevant names, so a lot on the line. Appreciate y'all for being here with us. I've got Puka Nacua playing tonight in the Flock League. You got anybody?
I have Devontae Adams.
You got Devontae Adams, yeah.
But it doesn't matter because I'm going to go 0-5. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I would say you got to believe, but I've looked at your roster. Who knows? Guys, we appreciate you for being here with us. We are going to do a giveaway tonight. All you got to do to enter is like the stream and type TNF in the chat, all one word. Appreciate you guys big time. Now, here's the deal with our streams. This has been the case from day one, and we say this every single stream, and it's going to be the same for today's stream. We are going to start by answering all of the questions on the Flock Fantasy website. Okay, there's a lot of questions there. We always ask you guys to submit through the site, and every time we're streaming, there's always a bunch of questions there. You guys are awesome. Now, here's the awesome part about submitting a question through the site. Our devs are so smart that as soon as we hit submit, you'll get a time code to exactly when we answered your question on the site. So that's great for you. You can submit the question and just know that you'll be able to see the reply at any moment. Appreciate y'all for being here with us. So let's jump in here and let's get to these questions here to start. Mr. Filthy Wubs says 3-1. Who's at flex 2? I'm assuming Terry is out. Yes, Terry was ruled out. So it's Josh Allen Genty at running back 2. This is interesting between Henderson and Carter. I would argue they're kind of a very similar play, and then it comes down to matchup, and I like the matchup better for Carter. I have Carter ranked one spot ahead of Henderson. So again, going up against Tennessee, they're both going to get split work. It's hard not to view this very similarly. I think you're on mute if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yes. So sorry. Yes, I'm completely with you there. Sorry. Okay. Twisted T.
And then at the last flex spot.
Oh yes, sorry.
I think Henderson is probably your best bet here with all the guys on bye and injured. Good luck, my friend.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Twisted T.
Yeah, Twisted T says, what do you think about this trade for my team? You're sitting away Chase Brown, Tucker Kraft, or Trey McBride, start 8. I mean, hard to imagine that Chase Brown is, hard to imagine how Chase Brown is like not your RB2 in a scenario like this. But you have Quinshawn, Kenneth Walker, JCM. I don't think I'm doing this. I understand you have Tucker Kraft, and he's on a bye week, but it's hard to come by running backs even though Chase Brown hasn't been performing well. I'd rather just keep Chase Brown. He'll hopefully get you 10 plus points on a week-to-week basis.
I mean, right now I think the problem, a lot of people are not crediting Joe Burrow enough for what's going on in Cincinnati right now. If you look at NFL offensive points per game, this is a team that in 2024 with a bad offensive line, let's not forget, with a bad offensive line, in 2024, the Bengals were 7th in points per game at 27.8. They were one of the top offenses in the league. And obviously the offensive line is bad. But when you have like a quick decision maker like Joe Burrow, you can make up for some of that. But right now, Cincinnati is scoring 15 points per game. Only 2 teams are worse, and that's the Browns and the Titans. That's where things are for Cincinnati. And I'm saying all that to say I don't imagine that last the course of a year with all those weapons. I know it's been bad. There's been some rough matchups, but I think Chase Brown is going to be a better asset than he's currently being traded away for. So I would prefer to hold him and just kind of wait until that value increases a bit. I would be more comfortable if Chase Brown was like more your RB4, but you're making this trade and probably going to have to rely on JCM with all the buys that are upcoming. I don't love that right now, so I'll probably hold.
Yeah, I would be holding there as well. All right, next one here. Sending away A.J. Brown and Kyle Pitts for Marvin Harrison and George Kittle. 12-team start 7. I'm okay with the Marvin and George Kittle slide, especially if you are in need of a tight end there. So
I very aggressively want the Kittle side of this for sure.
He should be coming back, I would imagine, next week. Yeah. But we'll wait and see as we get information there.
Brock Bowers doesn't practice Thursday. That's cool. We'll figure that out.
I love that Debo didn't practice either. I think
Debo didn't practice. Yeah.
I'm glad because I'm playing Debo. Giving me hope.
Bowers was limited on practice on Wednesday, and now he's a DNP. That's not a good sign. I don't remember that happening last week either. So we're going to have to monitor that. Matt Bear starting Daniel Jones at running back. He's got some great options here. I'm going to assume that Bucky's not going to play. By the way, Bucky being a DNP like today should not be a surprise to anybody. He was never going to practice today. Even the coaching staff was saying like, hey, if he sheds the boot by Friday, he can play. So today's not Friday. There was no reason for him to even be out there. It's not like they're working on something in practice where they're like, yeah, we want to see Bucky do this. No, they know if he's healthy, he'll be good to go. But I'm assuming he doesn't play when I'm answering these questions. Obviously, if Bucky plays, then you play him everywhere you have him. But between Michael Carter, JCM, and Charbonnet, it's between Carter and Charbonnet for me.
Yeah, for me, it's going to be Zach Charbonnet.
Yeah, I lean one spot Charbonnet. It's very close.
Well, at the running back 2 position, you put Woody Marks there, right? Okay, wide receiver. It's probably going to be Tetaroa.
Yep.
You have Puka playing tonight, and then at the wide receiver spot,
Flex spot here.
Yeah, flex spot. I mean,
Probably Brian Thomas. I'll throw him in there.
yeah. Gosh, dude, that's just so frustrating. Sorry about that, Matt. I mean, that's probably the best one just based off name base.
Brock Purdy suffered a setback in week 4 and could miss additional games. So
yeah, I saw that.
Something to monitor there, guys.
That sucks if you're the owner of
Yep.
that whole squad outside of CMC.
Yeah, literally. It's crazy. Braden is starting between Herbert and May. I'm going to go May.
Yes.
Herbert
as well.
started off really hot, but he's not been great for fantasy football in the last couple games.
Yeah, no, he hasn't.
I mean, if you look at his outage, it's been pretty mediocre the last couple weeks. But he's faced some tough defenses as well. Okay, at running back, a lot of great options.
I see Alvin and Etienne.
Yeah,
Those
Alvin and
highest
Etienne
ranks.
are kind of auto starts this week with their matchups. At
Yeah,
wide receiver,
Justin
Jefferson and probably
then Brian
Brian.
Thomas.
It's not fun, but probably Brian. And then your
then
last flex.
Woody Marks.
For me, this is Woody
Kenneth
Marks.
Walker. This would be Kenneth Walker for me.
That's okay. I understand. Woody Marks is in a smash matchup, and he's already kind of won the role. I don't think they're going to put him back in the bottle after he won Rookie of the Week and looked great for them. A team that has been desperately needing offensive points, and him showing the team what he did, I don't know. I just think I've got too much confidence.
Sure.
I'm ready to be hurt if I need to be hurt.
Bank here says 0-4, not sure what to do. Chase Brown has been not great, and I need to start winning. You're sending Travion and Tyler Warren for Hunter Henry and Cam Scatterboo. I mean, sure, Cam is probably the guy that you want, but I think you losing Tyler Warren to Hunter Henry, I think is pretty significant. I think you might be able to get. Is it crazy to say you could get something else, or am I tripping there? I know. I think it's kind of hard if you just go to like the fantasy output on a week to week. Like in the first 5 weeks, Hunter Henry is technically higher than Tyler Warren, but they're technically back to back when it comes to points.
The first month of any rookie for fantasy football is always worse than, the following couple months. That's just the nature of the game, how they get worked in. My issue here is Henderson and Scatterboo, I would view very similarly rest of the season. Scatterboo's probably going to help you win this week, but losing Tyler Warren, I think, is significant. We've seen this script with Hunter Henry how many years? How many years has he been like a waiver wire pickup, and then you're like, okay, great, I have a guy, and then he disappears? I don't know. I just think there's a lot of risk here losing Tyler Warren. That's my main concerns. But if you could counter this trade and not lose, I guess he already has Bowers. That is interesting if he already has Bowers.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm just curious if we could like add on to this trade.
I don't know if you can. Well, I guess you can do that because Bowers just didn't practice, but I guess you get Hunter Henry back as a just in case.
Maybe can you get Rashee Rice in this deal? Well, you're 0-4, right? So that doesn't make sense for an 0-4 team.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. I'm not obsessed with this.
Yeah, I'm not obsessed with it either, but I understand why you're doing it.
Scatterboo is a better play this week, but I do think you're underselling Warren. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, appreciate you. What's happening, Renee? How you doing?
Hey, what's up, brother?
Don't know if I should start Kyron over Judkins. Okay, well, Daniel Jones or Kyler Murray. I think I have DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have DJ over at the running back position. It's gonna be Quinshawn, I'm pretty sure.
I think I'm gonna start both of these guys, and it's gonna be Kyron at RB and then Judkins in the flex.
Okay, yeah. At the wide receiver
looking at
position.
His options there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go T-Mac over Sutton this week, with Sutton having the Eagles matchup. Quinyon Mitchell is no joke. So that's my rationale.
Yeah, I do have T-Mac and Cortland back to back, so I'm going to be there with you. So we're on the same page.
A2_B2 starts Lawrence May at running back between top. Oh well, you gotta start Woody here, brother. Assuming Bucky's out, of course you play Bucky if he's there. At wide receiver 2, Rome's on bye, London's on bye. You're in a tough spot. Neighbors is out. Wow, you're really reaching at the bottom of the barrel here. It might as well be Alec A.O. Manor at this point.
Yeah, that's where I want to go, and then I'm probably just gonna go
at the flex spot. Harvey.
I feel like Harvey, it's going to be Harvey or Slayton, but I feel like Harvey, from what he just did last week, is the way to go there.
He seemed more, I know it was a blow up, but he seemed more integral to the game plan.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That week.
I agree with you there with RJ Harvey. Sam I am. This Iron Man, can I still trust BTJ? Love from Germany. Deutschland, appreciate you. Look, Brian Thomas, you don't have any other options that you can start, so you're going to have to start him.
Yeah.
We're not going to start him over Slayton or Hunter, unfortunately. The tight end position, I'm going to go Jake Ferguson.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that the running back or the flex, it's actually probably going to be both of those tight ends, actually.
Right, Warren. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start both of those tight ends.
Yeah, that's never fun to put 2 tight ends in your lineup, but that's probably your best bet, man.
I'm doing that in one of our dynasty leagues.
Good luck from Germany, brother. Appreciate you.
McLovin.
By the way, just quickly, appreciate everybody here watching the stream. Thanks for showing some love. We'll be answering questions all the way up until Thursday Night Football, and we're gonna get through as many as we can, obviously. But if you want to ask a question, there's a link pinned in the chat where you can ask a question on the site. We'll always answer those first. People who prioritize us that way. What you need to know is that you can win a giveaway. Tonight, all you got to do to enter is like the stream and type TNF. And then right before we end the stream, we'll do a giveaway tonight. We'll give some vouchers away. McLovin is starting Daniels, Chuba, Etienne. Chuba might not play, so if he doesn't, you're going to have to play DeMarcado. It's not fun, but it's a real possibility. Igbuka's in play. At tight end, Hawkinson or Henry this week. I think I lean Hawkinson. Don't like Henry's matchup.
Let me just double check. I'll tell you what I have.
I don't like Henry's matchup. It's one of the worst ones in fantasy right now for tight ends against Buffalo.
I currently still have Hunter Henry over TJ. So, but I understand.
And then I would love to play Pittman here, if he's currently dealing with an injury too. He had a hamstring injury, but he was still limited, which is a better sign for him. If he's not out there, then Zay, of course.
Yeah. There's a part of me that wants to start Zay just because that second half when Cooper Rush came, it's like he kind of saw like it's just going to be dump offs, but we'll see. All right, next one here. Sending away Pickens and Jawan for Cam Diggs and George Kittle. I don't want Stephon Diggs in return. Can you make that? Is it too much to swap it for Chris Olave?
That's what I was gonna say. I don't think the selling Pickens, and the big reason why you do that, if we're honest, is obviously you get Kittle, but Diggs is like a big piece. I don't like that Diggs is a big piece of this. That's not really that intriguing to me, but I will recognize that his role is growing and he's becoming more important to the offense. I'd rather have Olave, and even if that means that we give up like Keon Coleman or something to make this work, then I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, I would agree. B Port here sending away. This is Dynasty. Lat McConkey No. 26, early first, and Aaron Jones. I'm not doing that. Personally.
Yeah.
I know that hasn't been great, unfortunately, but I think a lot of that is going to change.
Yeah.
Next year. Keenan Allen's not going to be there. Obviously, Quentin took a big step. I don't believe that.
No.
At least not right now.
No, I think that's selling too low on him in Dynasty.
Um,
Like a good neighbor, we're going to start Drake May here. At running back, it's going to be Judkins because Bijan's on bye. At RB2 for me, this would be Woody Marks.
yeah, I'm there.
Shakir, Higgins. I mean, I'm definitely going to start McMillan over Shakir and Brian Thomas over T. Higgins. And then at your tight end spot, Trey McBride. If you need another flex, because it sounds like you might, based off the way you filled this out, that would probably be between Shakir and Higgins.
Yeah, probably be Shakira for me.
I still lean Higgins, but I don't care if you go Shakir. Shakir is probably safer.
Yeah, that's what I think it's going to be a competitive game. At least I hope, especially with New England. They kind of been in some of those games, and this is going to be a real big test for Drake May going to Buffalo, a divisional game. So, at least that's what I'm hoping for. Nate, it says, can I do this or do I hurt running back too much? You're sending away Alvin TJ in a 27 second for 27 mid first and Jake Ferguson.
I like getting a first, but yeah, interesting. I feel as if the deal is almost like compromised because you're giving a second.
Yeah.
Like the value
Maybe you
between
can
a
add
first and a
something
second
else.
is significant for sure. But
Yeah, look, I'm not necessarily still bought in on. I mean, I guess I don't know. I'm not sure. Look, for me, it's like, why are you doing this trade? I understand this really upgrade you at Jake Ferguson at the tight end position technically right now, but you have Alvin Kamara. This is a 10-team league.
I would
This is a
I would
start 8,
just
so you
counter, like if I can send you a third, then maybe. I feel like it's not like close enough right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you have a lot of depth here. I would agree. I would agree with you.
Yeah, if you can send a third back, fine. If not, then I would keep the side I have. Josh Allen Gibbs at RB2 for me this week is going to be Michael Carter. Garrett Wilson, Olave in the flex. I'm not going to change Olave out for any of those other names, so that's how we'd have it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
All
right.
is sending away Daniels and Warren for Josh Allen. Probably going to say no to this. It's a good. I mean, he has George Kittle already.
I mean, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this just because Josh Allen has just been out of this world.
Yeah.
For fantasy, and if you can get Josh Allen and Gibbs and Puka on this team when George Kittle comes back,
yeah,
that's kind of where I'm going to be.
Looking at your depth, it is hard to say no.
Yeah.
Can you get Breece Hall involved and send back like Brian Thomas or something? Improve your flex.
Yeah.
That could be a nice counter, but I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
The way it is. Woody Marks and T-Mac or Jahmyr Gibbs. I love Woody, but you can't sell Gibbs for this. So if you're getting Gibbs for this, then you take it.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, you got to go get Gibbs if that's the offer. Filthy Wubbs is starting at wide receiver. We're gonna grab Egbuka here, but Devontae Adams plays on Thursday night. Probably going to put Adams there, and then at the flex, we're going to put Egbuka.
Yeah.
A lot of great names here, but
16 league.
It's a 16 league, yeah. I really want to start Johnston, but not. Wow, you have all 3 Charger wide receivers. Are you trying to torment yourself? My gosh.
You know, there is a part of me that I don't even want to start Devontae Adams just because I do believe this game can get out of hand. I wouldn't. Let me just say this. And obviously you can make your own decision, Filthy. But like, I wouldn't be opposed of sitting Devontae Adams for Quentin. I'll still start Mika, but like if you kind of have that inkling of like, okay, Mac Jones is playing, there's going to be no George Kittle, nor Ricky Pearsall, nor I'm saying no like a Australian, no Juwan Johnson, then I can understand that thought process. But I mean, each to their own, of course.
All right, Munch is in the flex spot, struggling between some of these names, and right now Michael Carter is probably the top name here for me.
It'll be either Michael Carter or Alec. I think Alec can have a good game. I think the Titans could definitely they might find their first win here. I think Cardinals are vulnerable,
but maybe.
I think
Sam,
the Cardinals are vulnerable.
Sam, what's up? He says I'm 4-0. Other owner is 2-2. I really want Diggs, and really wants Diggs. I mean, that's cool, but why would you want Juwan Jennings and T.J. Hawkinson, brother? I mean, that's fine if they want Diggs, but can they give you anything that's actually interesting in return? I mean, for Ricky
I'd rather
Pearsall.
I'll take Ricky. I mean, hell, I'll take Romeo Dubs right now, to be fair.
I'm not a real big Dobbs guy, but
other than that, yeah, there's nothing exciting here.
Maybe grab Mason. I'd even be okay to like buy low on T. Higgins or something, but get something actually interesting in return. Those two names are not making me jump for joy in a trade right now.
Yeah.
So those are a couple counters.
Elijah Violet sending away Brian Thomas and Tyler Warren, getting Brock Bowers and Woody Marks. Yeah. I guess it depends on your depth, right?
Give me
if
1
this
second,
is gonna help you, no worries. If this is gonna help you at the running back position, which it technically does, so your team, even though you probably can't see it on the front end there, you have Javonte Williams, Chase Brown, Brashard Smith, and you receiving Woody Marks and up tiering at Brock Bowers. I'm okay with that. This is a start 8 though, so this is going to hurt your wide receiver position. But I think it is enough because I see on the waiver wire names like Juwan Johnson, and when he comes back healthy, Jaden Higgins when he comes, or if he kind of breaks out. So I'm okay to do this trade, personally.
Yeah, I think this is pretty even, honestly. I'm not sure that Bowers is a big upgrade over Warren at this point, if we're being honest. That's my only problem with this. If that's the reason, like, if I'm just thinking out loud logically here. If he's like, hey, man, I'll do this trade and you get an upgrade at tight end, I would rather just be like, that's fine, I'll keep Warren, but how about we even it out by, you know, let's say you give me McMillan sorry, you're giving McMillan. I just want to find a player that I'm actually more interested in buying low on. For example, who does he have at quarterback? What if you try to get Lamar for Drake May or something? Lamar for Drake May and you wait it out. Alternatively, you could grab Jalen Warren and send like Chase Brown. You know, slight little upgrade there. Even adding like a Ricky Pearsall and sending away a Keon Coleman or something. So those are just a couple counters I would try first.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Rivers is sending away Chase for Walker. I would have these guys pretty even in value rest of the season. Don't have a strong opinion on this. If you need running back help, you can take Walker. If you don't, just keep Chase. That's how I view it.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Kaz.
Go ahead. At the flex, I think, is what they need help.
At the flex here, for me, this will be Devontae Adams. So you put him in your wide receiver 2 spot.
Yep.
Put Quentin down there.
Yeah, exactly.
But I wouldn't change anything else. Abe. Quarterback, I am going to be starting Justin Fields. Running back, I see Hampton, Quinshawn. Wide receiver, Emeka and Buka. I'm going to be starting Justin Jefferson still. Tight ends, McBride. And at the flex, most likely going to be Kenneth Walker for me.
Yep, we're in agreement there across the board. Love the lineup.
All right.
AJ Brown or Igbuka by a mile, right?
No question.
Very easily every by a mile. Yeah. And I'm not completely out on AJ, but that's just, it's just Igbuka's the hot hand, and You shouldn't undervalue him because he's a rookie. All right, Azoth. We never say that right, man. I'm sorry. I don't know how to say it. I'm 1-3 losing. Sutton might punt my week. Worth it. Well, you're going to be 1-4 if you make this trade.
Yeah, I mean, Josh Jacobs is on a bye and Terry is still in practice today.
Terry's ruled out, so he's not available.
Oh, sorry, that's what I'm saying. Terry's been ruled out today. So if you're just gonna punt this week and say you're losing, then I guess you're doing this so you can upgrade at the running back position, and you think Terry's gonna be fine when he comes back.
Your starting lineup, if you do this week, is Jaden, Travion, Charbonnet, Amon-Ra, Marvin, Tyler Warren, and then you got to find some flex to play, which might be, I don't know. Here, oh, maybe Rashad White. That actually would be helpful. If Bucky's ruled out, maybe you could afford to do this.
Yeah, just depends.
You're gonna probably lose this week if you make this trade, but if Rashad White is starting, then I think you'll be fine.
I understand the thought process for sure.
And again, just keep in mind, like Jacobs and Terry are just not available at all, so they won't be available this week. Go Bears.
Jay.
I see Go Bears. You see Jay?
Oh, Go Bears. I see Jay. Okay, and let me refresh.
Jay.
I see Jay. Let me refresh on my end. Sometimes I just keep going and you refreshed and it hasn't. Those names haven't come through.
Right. Let's see. Excuse me. I don't see a J. You see a J?
Yeah, I see. I mean, where are you? Bears?
Go Bears.
Wow,
99.
it took me all the way down. That was the next one. I missed like not 15, maybe like 10 questions.
Oh, okay, that's all right. Okay, Go Bears is here, and he's starting Daniels, Javonte, Kyron, Igbuka, Pickens at tight end. I'm gonna put Juwan in there. If he's not healthy, you can play Waller, and then at your flex spot, for me, this is Woody Marks. Thomas is a fine option. Metcalf on bye. Sutton's a fine option, but I don't like the matchup. So that's my rationale behind it.
I'm still gonna go Sutton, but I totally understand it. I know the matchup is not great, but maybe they find ways.
Andy, are you okay sending away Harvey and Chase for Saquon and Malik? Which I'm fine with this. Grabbing Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, I would agree as well.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe you can get something else outside of Malik Washington.
Probably not, because you have to have some give and take, but I guess it depends on how much they believe in Chase.
Like my thought process is like, can I get a Matthew Golden who's on a bye?
JCM, something like that.
Yeah.
Right?
I would try one of those names, but I'm still okay with Malik Washington. 13 Colts at the wide receiver position, excuse me.
Well, Ellick's the only one available.
Yeah,
really.
it's gonna be Ellick.
Would you put? I might put Keon over Ellick though. It's close, back to back. I'm probably gonna lean Keon. Also important to note that Arizona is getting their #1 corner back this week, so that might be tough for Ellick. And then at tight end, I'm probably gonna lean Fannin.
Yeah, Mason Taylor saw a nice little dish offs, but yeah, I understand. And at the flex, I think I'll probably still go both of those guys. I'm happy to start DeMarcado, but I'll go both the wide receivers.
Okay, I'll play DeMarcado in the flex there.
Yeah.
Devin.
This is having a hard time starting Henry. BTJ thoughts. Yeah, I mean, I think we all are. But I'm going to be still starting Derrick Henry personally. Yeah. Ashton Genty at the wide receiver position. It's going to be Jameson Williams there for me. And at the flex, I think this is where you can go Woody. Ooh, I'm going to go Breece Hall actually over Woody.
Can't sit Breece. Yeah.
I apologize.
I wouldn't be surprised if Derrick Henry is not the best play this week, but it's so hard not to rank him as a must start with his history. I almost feel like without Jaden, the game plan's probably built around Derrick.
Without Lamar, yeah. I get that.
Yeah, Lamar. So
that's what I think it's going to be built around. They're going to run the ball a little bit more.
Doc, we're going to start Judkins. We're going to start Kyron. I would start Kamara over him, but I'm just seeing your options here. And then at the tight end spot, yep, you've got what you've got, which is good. And then at the flex, I'll probably still go Kamara over Marks, but I really want to play Marks where I have them. We've got 3 established studs. I mean, maybe you could afford to package like Kamara and Fannin and upgrade. Oh, you've got Tucker. Yeah, that's probably how I'd roll it out. I want to play Marks, but you've got too many good options.
Dynasty tie Superflex League. Should I start Sutton, BTJ, or Judkins? Well, we'll have a look here at the quarterback position. It's going to be
Indiana
Daniel Jones or Dak Prescott. I think that one's closer for me. Let me just triple check. I do have Daniel Jones 2 spots ahead. Okay, wide receiver. I'm going to go Cortland still over BTJ personally, and then I'm going to be starting Quinshon Judkins in the flex position.
Yes, I agree.
All right. Chaz sending away, said their team has depth. What player should I target? Sending away George Pickens and getting Xavier Worthy, Devonta Smith. 14-team league, start 7. I'm okay with a trade like this if you're getting depth in a 14-man league because you're probably struggling at depth. And getting Xavier Worthy, I really like that.
Yeah, no, same. I would just say I would prefer, obviously, Flowers, Igbuka over Smith. I would even prefer to wait on Terry over having Devonta Smith, if that's an option for you. But this isn't unfair value by any means. I just prefer if you can get Terry instead. Starvin Marvin says, would you still trade Jamar for Rome if the person you're trading with has Puka and Amon-Ra? Yes.
I mean, I don't think that matters. I would still want Rome over Jamar right now.
I'm not in a trade thinking, what is the other team going to look like? I'm thinking, am I getting the best part of this deal? And you are. If anyone else in your league is like, wow, you're an idiot, you sent away Jamar Chase for Rome Odunze, I just don't think they've adjusted enough to the trends we've seen this year. So
yeah, I'm there with you. Jay Tran, you are starting Kyron at the running back position.
I would go Brees this week over Kyron if I had to choose one.
Okay, and then at the flex, I'm just gonna go Brees then.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Technically, put that in reverse and start Kyron at running back and flex Brees. But
yeah,
Woody would have been the next play for me. Breezy says he's fine with Waller Fannin, maybe ask for Love instead. So here sending away Egbuka and Tootin for Scatterboo Harrison.
So you're sending away Mika and Tootin for Cam, Marvin, Harold.
I don't think Fannin should be a part of this deal for either of you.
Exactly. I don't think that either. I think I would rather try and do something else.
Let's make this a 3 for 3 instead. And what you could try, you could try and grab Rashee Rice if there's another receiver on your team close, which there's not.
He doesn't have that, unfortunately. And this guy doesn't have, I mean,
could you get Derrick Henry for Kamara or something? Like throw that trade in there? That's interesting. I'll try that. What's up, Daniel? He says C. Brown or J-Mo. I think Jameson Williams is the upside play, and Chase Brown is like the safe 10-point floor. I'm going to lean Jameson Williams myself.
Yeah, I'm there with you.
Yeah.
This is Brian Thomas or J-Mo. I'll go Jameson Williams.
Yeah, I agree, but I have them back to back. And again, you know, Brian is a safer play, as crazy as that sounds, with his target share, but Jameson is he's the boom play. So what's up, Jay? He is sending away Sutton and Thomas for JSN. It's a 10-team league, so it's a smaller league. Have to keep that in mind. If he made this move, he would be able to start Josh Allen, Gibbs, Bucky when he's healthy, Rashee, JSN, Ferguson, T-Mac, Quentin Johnston. I think you can do this deal.
Yeah, I'm okay. Now Jay with the start sit. Drake May, running back is
Hampton.
It's going to be Kyron and Hampton. Wide receiver is going to be Emeka and Quentin.
Yeah,
sounds crazy. And then Jake Ferguson at the flex. For me, this is technically still Cortland Sutton. I know it's a bad matchup, and I wouldn't be upset if you started Tyler Warren
Yeah,
there either. So
it's a bad matchup, but so is it for Jordan Mason. So that would be my other thought.
Jay with another one. Hurts with Ashton Genty, running back. If Bucky plays, you start him. If not, it's going to be Woody Marks.
Yes.
Wide receiver, Emeka Ibuka. Cortland Sutton. Tight end is Tyler Warren. And then next best available for me would then probably be Henderson.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to start Wandell.
Yeah.
I need to see it with Jackson Dart, but I would still go Henderson.
I think Wandell's actually safer, but Henderson has more boom potential.
Yeah.
Getty Betty is starting Fields, and then at RB2, I think Rashad White if Bucky misses time.
I would agree. And then if Bucky plays for some reason, then I feel like it's Zach Charbonnet. I need to double check Zach Charbonnet and Chase Brown for me.
It'd be Chase Brown for me by a couple spots, but it'd be close.
This is, you know what? I'm with you as well. I actually have Chase Brown over Zach Charbonnet.
At wide receiver 2, I think you have to throw Devonta Smith in there and close your eyes. At tight end, Strange, and at your flex spot.
I guess you're starting both of them anyway.
Yeah.
So you start Zach Charbonnet.
Well, I'd start Chase Brown here.
Yeah, I guess Chase Brown. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say. You start as Chase Brown anyway.
Tattoos is sending away, wanting ideas to trade away either. I'm 2-2, so either Jefferson or a Dunze. Okay. So you're 2-2. I guess I'm curious why you want to do that. I think those are two very important pieces of your team, and you don't have weaknesses at anywhere else. So I guess I'm just confused why you'd want to do this.
Yeah, and you have a great flex options. This is a start 7 starting lineup: Hurts, Bijan, Amarion, Jefferson, Rome, Tyler Warren, and then you have to start one other player, which is either AJ Brown, Quinshon Judkins, or Travis Kelce. Hell, even Chase Brown. If anything,
there's no way I'm down tiering from any of these names. Like you're keeping
anything,
Jefferson,
you should be trading away. Yeah, you should be maybe trading away Etienne to see if you can get a better wide receiver.
No, I'd package Chase Brown and AJ Brown.
There you go, or that.
I'd package Chase Brown and AJ Brown and just see if I can get an elite wide receiver or running back. Like if you can turn Chase Brown and AJ Brown into like a JSN, for example, those type of names I'm thinking of, that's probably ideal. Like Nico Collins, CeeDee Lamb if you can wait on him, but you certainly don't need to trade Jefferson or Dunze. You keep them, my man. Definitely keep them.
Mighty Booch here. It says Guillotine in League, lost neighbors in Connor. Yeah, I understand. Bryce Young, Jackson Dart, Genty, Tony, Ted. All right, at the flex.
Mighty Booch, I think you value honesty. I think you're getting cut. A Dunze on the buy too.
You need high upside. Is it crazy to say there was a report saying Brashard Smith's going to get more work?
Not Brashard Smith. I definitely think he can, but I feel like you have to throw like Harvey or Tucker in there.
For me, this would be hard. It would be between Harvey and Smith, but I would lean Harvey after what he just did last week.
All right, I'm gonna throw Trey Tucker in there just because we've seen the boom upside and he has a decent matchup. But I get where Badaki's coming from as well. It's not great options in a chop league. I hope you don't get chopped, but that's not a great lineup. Although it was an 18-team league, so maybe that's very important to mention. A capped says Malik died, so I'm looking to upgrade Pickens into London. My wide receivers are Nico and Brian Thomas. Running back, I have Javonte Williams, so he'd be sending away Cook and Pickens for Mason in London. I don't think you're upgrading here, man.
I don't think so either.
A massive downgrade at running back.
Yeah, you don't have your team link either, so
no, this is pretty imbalanced in my opinion, in favor of the side that you're sending. Like very significantly imbalanced. Love Drake London, but the James Cook to Jordan Mason downgrade is significant here. You can't do this trade.
I agree.
Freeman here is sending away Kamara Egbuka for Tucker, AJ Brown, and Rashee Rice.
Well,
I don't understand the appeal of this trade.
Yeah.
Igbuka and Rice are close. Then it's like Kamara or AJ Brown. I think you prefer Kamara. Trey Tucker's a non-factor.
Yeah, 10-man league. No, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do this.
I mean, yeah. I just don't see the intrigue. Maybe if you get rid of Trey Tucker entirely and like add Javonte Williams here, Javonte Williams Rice becomes maybe a little more interesting.
Yeah. And like, cause in this trade you're losing your RB3. I know you have, I think it's your RB3. You're losing Chase Brown, or you have.
Maybe you can add Brees and Chase Brown into it as well in a 3.
Yeah, you have Chase Brown, Zach Charbonnet. So, no, I wouldn't do this trade.
If that's the best trade, then it's a hard no. Keep Igbuka. Yeah, I see you in the chat, Corey. The Beast.
He says I can also get Stranger Fan on waivers. Okay, we'll have a look at that. Jalen Hurts, no question. At the tight end position, this would be.
I would start Strange over Fannin this week.
I'm double checking that on my end.
It's close. They're back to back, but I would start Strange.
I would start Strange over. I have him 3 spots over Fannin this week, so I would agree there with you.
And at the flex, I think Scatterboo is the must start here.
Scatto who?
Versus the Saints. Great matchup. Gonna drown in volume.
Come on, baby.
Yeah.
Let's stack them. Let's stack them. Here we go. The New York Football Giants. We back. Mighty Booch. Says need help at 2 flex spots. Guillotine. Another guillotine. Here we go.
A lot of guillotines here. Better lineup here. Obviously, smaller league.
I mean, I think it'll be JSN here actually. Yeah, it's JSN for sure.
Would Keenan start over Kyron for you though? I think I would start Kyron over Keenan. It's tough. I hate Thursday night, but that's what I would do. I'd start Kyron and I'd put Javonte in the flex.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. I don't know the answer. My initial gut is that I still want Keenan.
Okay.
But Kyron, kind of like I said earlier, I can see this game getting away from them and Kyron, them just running the ball. But, I mean, that's not Sean McVay. Sean McVay would be up 30 and just still throw a 40 bomb to Puka just because he wants to, so.
Yeah, and I also think that Shanahan, they're capable of producing without their top stars. They've done it most of the year.
Yeah. All right, let's refresh here. I need to.
Okay, appreciate y'all for being here with us. We got some more questions here. Let's jump into Mole Rat is starting Fields at running back. Hampton's got to play. Then I would say Woody Marks is your best next option at wide receiver.
Yeah, I'm there with you.
No London on bye. Wow, Ladd is actually your best option. This is tough to look at. I'm not gonna lie.
We got 3 wide receivers he needs to start, so I think it's going to be Ladd, Malik, and Slayton.
Let me just have a look real quick. Malik, Slayton, Coker's not available. Horton, yeah, that's crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if. Look, you're already taking so much risk with this lineup. I wouldn't be surprised if Kendrick Bourne does something tonight. Would you not start Kendrick Bourne over Slayton? No, probably not, right? I mean, it's close.
No, I just don't know.
Yeah.
I think Slayton, yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is my bias, but I think Slayton technically becomes the wide receiver 1 and then Wan'Dale's in the slot, like just based off like
That
numbers.
doesn't mean he gets targeted though. I mean,
exactly. Doesn't mean he gets targeted that way.
Cardio position.
Exactly.
At tight end, Fannon's probably your best option. At the flex,
Michael Carter.
Then, is it JCM?
I guess, and then like you can then make decision of JCM or Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah. Kendrick only needs 1 pass. I just don't know. No one look. Us telling you to start Kendrick Bourne is like a complete Hail Mary. But
I think that's probably like Morat. If you want like like Zach said, Hail Mary. We're just gonna close our eyes. We're gonna have fun tonight. It's Thursday night football. I want somebody to play. Kendrick Bourne, but there's no rhyme or reason.
Malik
You're
in the
probably going to
flex.
score no points. Yeah.
I still feel like JCM should be in play over one of these receivers, though.
I'm easy.
I don't know. I'll start JCM over Slayton, unless there's a report that comes out that Slayton's going to be integral to the game plan. Mighty Booch says Guillotine League need help with the tight end and flex. A lot of Guillotine Leagues, Mighty. But let's have a look here. Your tight end spot. Zach Ertz is back in play with Daniels playing.
I think I might start Zach Ertz if Debo doesn't play this week.
Yeah, I think with Terry out, Zach Ertz, even if Debo's out, even more. But
well, help me out. Zach Ertz or Juwan Johnson?
Juwan Johnson if Juwan plays.
I got a report that Taysom Hill is limited in practice, and that scared me.
Yeah, it should.
But I know.
But here's what I would say though. It should scare you, but there was irrational decisions made with Dennis Allen and that previous staff, so we don't know if that's going to be the same case with this staff.
I hope Debo doesn't play so I can start Zach Ertz in the flock league and then give myself hope again.
Gotta start
at the flex option. Yeah.
And then you have to start Kyron here, I think. This is where you and I might disagree between Kyron and Keenan. Look, maybe if you have two leagues where you have to make this decision, you make one in the other and one in, So maybe this is a league where you start Keenan instead of Kyron. But I just can't sit Kyron Williams, so that's probably where I'm... Oh, wait. He has Javonte. I think you got to start Javonte. And then flex.
Damn, Mighty Booch. This is what happens with Guillotine League. So many good
players.
players.
Yeah, no. That's what we were doing. We were going to start Kyron and flex Javonte.
Can you trade in Guillotine Leagues, Mighty Booch?
I don't think you can.
I guess I don't understand why.
Look.
You should, but yeah.
Eileen, Kyron, and Javonte. I think Keenan could be great. It's just with those running backs touching the ball so much, there's just a lot more opportunity to score points. It's close, man. Honestly, with a roster like this, we're bound to get some things wrong. But that's what I would rock with. I hope it goes well, Mighty Booch. Sacking 76. Fields and Chase Brown at RB2. This will be, if Bucky doesn't play, is Tucker in or Tootin? I'm not so convinced that Tucker, people are kind of choosing sides here in the sense of Tucker's going to be just as involved as Rachaad White. I'm not so certain on that.
I think my concern with Tootin is that I think they're playing the Chiefs, and the Chiefs have found their rhythm. The Chiefs are back.
Come
on. As much as I don't like to say that, but the Chiefs are back. They got Xavier Worthy. They're just going to be that looked like a different team when Xavier Worthy was on the field. Completely different. You can just tell how big of a package he had coming into the season and how he hurt that offense. Which makes me believe they can be down Jacksonville and that they might abandon the run game. But that doesn't give me more confidence in Sean Tucker. I'm just giving you my thought process.
I was just looking at Bucky Irving. I was just smiling, in my heart, just looking at his stat line and his beautiful face. And then I realized, oh wait, I probably don't have him this week.
But you could have Robin, Rachaad White. You should have did the bit where, I drafted Batman, but I'm going to get his sidekick in Robin and draft Rachaad White just in case. You should have done that.
Yeah, maybe.
Because then you would have been playing the bit right now. I was like, it's all right. Batman's down. That's why you get Robin. Boom. Anyways.
I'm not that smart, unfortunately.
I am going to do Sean Tucker.
I'm going Tootin.
Hopefully that helps.
that probably doesn't help at all. Look, my reason is, unless we get information that Sean Tucker is going to play a pivotal role, then I think you already know Tootin is splitting a backfield. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At tight end, Juwan if he plays. If not, Strange is fine. And then at your flex spot, I would start McMillan. And again, this is all assuming Bucky doesn't play. If Bucky plays, then you sit Tootin. Yeah, what's up? TRGH says, injuries have ruined my season. First off, I'm sorry. It has not been fun. He said, had Jade's Connor as well. Ton of waivers. Not a ton of waivers. What options give me upside this week? Well, first off, if anybody can relate to you, it's us two. Okay? Because, well, very specifically, Badaki can relate to you. Because who did you lose this year, Badaki? Who was it? You lost.
I lost Joe Burrow. I lost Chase Brown's upside. I lost Malik Neighbors. I lost Trey Benson. He sat Kenneth Gainwell last week. I technically lost Evan Ingram in the first couple weeks Tyrone Tracy. I mean, my team is in shambles. So sure, if I would have started, fucking shit. He
can relate to you. I mean, right now my only big injury is Bucky Irving, and that's painful. I can't imagine that like times 3. So
I literally have every position that was injured this year in fantasy, and I had a whole starting lineup gone.
It's tough. At running back, so obviously if Bucky plays, you play him. Now, if Bucky is not out there, I'm probably starting DeMarcado. One of these running backs in Washington could be valuable. It's hard to project on one week to the next. I will say if there's a report that comes out like, hey, JCM's going to start, then I'll pick JCM there, but I doubt that report's going to come.
Well, in the flex option, you're probably going to start JCM anyway.
Yeah, starting Cooper Kupp is real desperation season.
That's just unlucky, brother. I'm just not sure there's a better answer there for your team.
There's not, especially if this... Yeah, damn. You're in a tough spot there. I wish you the best of luck. I'm going to give you a free trade question voucher to come back on the stream and ask a question because I feel really bad. Thanks for the question. Bones is next. He says, full PPR 2-2. Just got Rice, Brian Thomas for worthy scat DK. Okay, I don't mind it. At RB, we're going to start Judkins. Ooh, Judkins and Ginty both have to start. I think I lean Ginty.
Oh, gosh. He has Quinton, though.
I lean Ginty versus the Colts. At wide receiver 2, Egbuka. And then, yeah, you have an impossible decision to make between Judkins and Johnston here.
I don't know if I can sit Quinshon.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
I just don't.
It was funny because a report came out yesterday that they want to give Judkins more work. I'm like, how much more? He had 25 touches last week. What do you mean more work?
Just give it all. Give it to him. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, look, I'm probably going to go Judkins there. I can't believe you're sitting Johnston, but that's crazy. Pikachu, what's up, man? He would send away a Dunze for CD. I think that's pretty fair if you are willing to wait on CD. To be fair, like a Dunze has a bye. I mean, CD has a bye upcoming anyway. Your roster looks like it can handle not having Rome, so I'm fine to wait on CD here. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I'm okay.
I do think, like, if we're being real, CD Lamb owners would probably all be really happy to have that trade in their inbox anyway. So I'm just curious if you could, like, make this more of a 2-for-2 situation. Maybe you can't, but could you find your way into buying Pittman or Jameson and sending away something small like Franklin or Ellick? I don't know. It's something you could try, but if not, I'm fine to take CD and wait. Is Pikachu with us? Yeah, he is. Okay.
Yeah, he is.
Because that didn't go through, but you saw our reply there. So the time code, you just have to go back 60 seconds if you ever go back and watch it. Pikachu, appreciate you, man. Physicality here with the trade question. He says he wants Ginty, but I want to counter this. Is it bad option or bad opt? Well, frankly, Slayton, who knows if he's worth anything. I'm not sure. Is
I
he
just don't think you can do this. No.
is he going to be like the next Keon Coleman where you're like, maybe I can start him? But you're giving up Keenan, which you can start every week. Love James Cook, but this is not a fair offer. I love that for some reason Slayton's in the deal like it's worth anything.
I would be interested if, like, what's your wide receiver room? You have Jackson, Godwin, Puka. This is a start 8.
I just
Aaron
think if you
Jones.
have
I mean,
Judkins, just keep him. I don't see a reason to trade him.
yeah, I'm okay with that as well.
I don't think this improves your team.
I was wondering if you can potentially get Travion, but I don't know if you can, and if I don't know if you want to do that.
So you remove Slayton, make it Cook and Henderson. I mean, even that is
Even that,
probably
like,
pretty fair as it is.
I mean, yeah, probably. I'm just thinking, like, Keenan's just been so good for you, and you're in start 8. I mean, right now, Baker, Ashton is your running back, Josh Jacobs, with JSN, Puka, Trey McBride, and then you have to start 2 more people. You're probably currently starting Keenan Allen and Quinshon Judkins at that flex option.
Yeah, if he's
I'd
not
just
willing to
rather
give up
keep it.
Henderson, then just keep who you have. This
Yeah,
trade
I'd
doesn't
rather
benefit you right now, the way it's
Yeah, I'd
structured.
rather keep that. I'd rather keep this team because that flex option with Keenan Allen and Quinshon is significant.
Yeah. I think we have time to do one of these team reviews. And then just so you guys know, right before we log off for the day, we'll do a giveaway. All you have to do to enter is type TNF into the chat and like the stream. Yeah, let's get to one of these team reviews. We probably can't do both of them today, but Bryn will definitely do it on the Saturday night stream. I promise you, it'll 100% get done. But let's do Enchanting Ads team review here. And by the way, if you guys will ever want to get your team reviewed with us, there's no pressure to do so. But anytime you get a team review with us at Fantasyland, you also get something called the Team Playbook, which is a customized game plan for your fantasy football season. You can get that by using the promo code LAND, L-A-N-D, becoming an annual Mother Flocker member. That'll give you a voucher you can use to the Flock store, and then you just submit a team review with us. You can also do the same process if you're a member of a different promo code, but you have to buy it a la carte. And if you're a season pass member, you can upgrade to a annual Mother Flocker member, and it'll take the price of the season pass off. Let's go to Enchanting Ad here, and let's do his team review.
Yeah, appreciate you. Thank you for the support. Enchanting Ad here, and I'm just pulling this up on the back end. Okay, saying definitely like at the wide receiver, what would you do to balance my wide receiver room? MTV Gibbs, love to see it, currently ranked 4th. Sorry?
He's 3-1. So
yeah. Okay. Sorry. I thought you were like trying to say something else.
No.
Okay, let's have a look at this team here.
Pretty good team. I mean, he has Bryce because Caleb's on bye, so he's trying to cover off with the waiver wire option. Gibbs, Achane, JCM as his running back 3 will probably be better towards the end of the year. Not fun to look at right now. Yeah, Jameson, DJ, Mike, not a great receiver room. And then Brock Bowers. Even Bowers has been disappointing. I'm surprised this team is 3-1, to be honest, because there's a lot of holes on this team. But your running back room has probably carried you. Waiver wire is pretty dead. I think Jaden Higgins is worth rostering. Would you drop Calvin Ridley or Trey Tucker for Jaden Higgins or Brandon Ayuk? I probably would.
Yeah, it'd probably be around those guys and Jaden Higgins. Yeah, I would.
Yeah. Look, let's keep it a buck. The only players on your team that people are interested in trading for are named Jahmyr Gibbs and Devon Achane. So if you're going to want us to look at trades where you manipulate the roster a little bit, probably going to have to include those names, and that's not going to be very fun. But overall team grade, right now you're starting Caleb when he's healthy and off of bye. Well, when he's off of bye. Gibbs, Achane, Jameson, DJ, Mike when he's back, Bowers, and then you're flexing DJ probably at the moment, or Downs. Right now, you could probably play Michael Carter this week. It's an okay team. really top heavy. And you drafted Bowers early and it didn't pay off, obviously. I would probably lean like a B- for this team.
Yeah, that's where I was at. B-, kind of. I don't want to. I was gonna say C+, but I think you have enough like with Jameer to kind of. And Caleb has been a good like pickup streaming option. So
yeah,
even though he's on a bye, yeah, I'm okay with that team grade.
Any admin stuff?
No, that's all.
Have we gone through untouchables and stuff?
Sorry, we didn't go through untouchables, but I filled it out. So untouchables, untradables will be Jameer Gibbs. I'm not gonna put Brock Bowers there because I think the way he's been playing, we're happy to kind of move off of him if possible. And then obviously, like you kind of mentioned, Jaden Higgins is going to be somebody going to be picking up, putting on the off the waiver wires, just to wait and see what's going to happen. And that was the only other person. You could pick up names like Tyrone Tracy or Brandon Ayuk, but you don't necessarily have to. We just got to report Brandon Ayuk still weeks away of returning. I don't necessarily think he's going to be fantasy relevant this year, unfortunately. And if he does play, you're probably not going to start him. So
yeah, keep
that in mind. And then the guys that you can drop will be Calvin Ridley. You can do it either today or give it the week and see how that feels after this game. If Jaden Higgins is going to have another week on the waiver wires. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. But that's all admin.
Okay, so not a bad team at all. Look, again, if you want to make trades, because right now you're kind of in a difficult position. Again, I can't tell you to trade DJ Moore for Roma Dunze. Like, nobody wants DJ Moore right now, right? Mike Evans is injured, so it's not a great time to trade him, especially if you're 3-1. You might as well wait for Mike to come back anyway. Calvin Ridley isn't worth anything. Most of these guys aren't really high value trade targets. So I probably more lean on waiting with this team and holding. And when Mike Evans comes back, this is probably a better lineup. It's not a good time to sell Brock Bowers.
No.
So I would say if you want to do a trade, you would need to make it a 2-for-2 where you're sending away like Gibbs and DJ Moore and then getting back two better players collectively, if that makes sense. And again, hard to ever tell someone to sell Jahmyr Gibbs, but let me tell you what this would look like. So this would look like sending away Gibbs. Let me just find a running back that I'd be comfortable like, and getting Saquon. Not even Saquon, Marvin makes sense. Let me keep looking. Etienne Amon-Ra.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Something like that. Where, yeah, you're not getting the best player in the deal, but you are getting the better 2-for-2. Amarion Sutton, I don't think I would even do. And I really like Amarion and Sutton. If you can afford to wait on Bucky, what about like a Bucky Garrett and we get Judkins involved somehow?
Yeah.
So Bucky Irving plus Quinshon Judkins plus Garrett Wilson. You probably have to throw in JCM at minimum, maybe even Bowers. Who is his tight end that he could give you? Dallas Goedert. See, that doesn't work. Okay, maybe that doesn't work. Maybe. No. Unfortunately, the structure doesn't work. Let's try again. Bijan. Obviously, you're not going to get anything on top of Bijan. Chase Brown. No, thank you. Ashton Genty Debo doesn't make sense. James Cook Quinton doesn't make sense. So, yeah. I don't think you can do like Taylor Egbuka but Taylor Rice would be perfect if you can pull that off. That's actually maybe the perfect trade if he doesn't value Rice.
Yeah. That feels bad.
Would you do Jacobs Rome?
Yeah, I would. Same for, Josh Jacobs, Rome. Ooh, yes, I would.
And then maybe you can make it a 3-for-3 where you get Keenan and you send Josh Downs or something. I'm not a big fan of this idea, but it is the idea I have for you. I think if you can do the Taylor and Amon-Ra deal, it makes a lot of sense. Otherwise, I think you're probably best on holding for some of these receivers to improve their value. But yeah, you're not in a bad spot being at 3-1. I just think you can potentially cash in on some of these names.
Yeah, man, appreciate you, Enchanted. Thank you so much for the support. You should be receiving your playbook here within 72 hours on the Flock Fantasy message system. So go to the advice tab. Then you have 2 different tabs that says messages. Click on message. That's where you're going to see your customized playbook with everything that we drew up here for you today, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. So again, once you go to advice, you'll see playbook, and there's a message tab here. That's where that will be within the next 48 hours. All right, we can't do the next review. We just don't have enough time, but we're going to answer one more question that's here on the site. And then, oh, that was a team review. Okay, well, we can't get to another team review, unfortunately. I thought there was another question.
No, there was another team review, but let's see.
It's just, okay, it is a team review. Okay, well, let's do this giveaway then. Right now, there are currently 44 entries. I'll give you guys one last shot here to enter. All you have to do is like the stream and type TNF. Okay, like the stream and type TNF. And currently 44 of you guys entered. So I'm going to count down from 10, and then we're going to do this giveaway from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Any last entries
TNF.
here?
TNF. Let's go, Devontae Adams. Come on, I need you tonight. Give me a 30 bomb, something special. Give me hope, since I'm 0-4 and I'm probably gonna lose and be 0-5. But you're gonna give me hope anyway.
If you can do that Pikachu, yeah, it makes a lot of sense to do that. Okay, 53 entries. I gave you as much time as I could. Let's do the start sit voucher first. Start sit voucher.
Good luck, everyone.
And the start sit voucher goes to Pikachu. Ah, so you know the deal, Pikachu. DM me on Discord, my friend, and remind me your Flock Fantasy username. And the trade question voucher. Trade question voucher is going to, it looks like, Matthew LaChapelle. So all you got to do, my friend, is DM me on Discord, send me a screenshot of your YouTube account, and tell me your Flock Fantasy username. If you don't have a Flock Fantasy username, you can create one for free on the Flock site. Just make sure you use the code LAND. I'll put a link in the chat for anybody who wants to create a free account. Again, just make sure you use our code LAND so we can find you on the back end. And then tell us your information there on Discord. All right, guys. Appreciate you. Hopefully whatever you need to happen tonight happens. Nothing but love.
Yeah. Love, guys. Love, love.